Yeah, bye. All right, XOXO. Got a girl. Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. All right, so first of all, I have moved. This is all I've managed to do thus far for the new location. This is about to be a very chaotic get ready with me. There are new sounds, one of which the air duct makes this like popping sound. I will figure out, I guess at some point, how to film around that, but currently if that's gonna drive you nuts, I'm so sorry. Obviously click out of the video. Here we are. I have art. The queer ability to match up the height. Listen. Anyways, I'm going to get ready, and the reason I say it's gonna be chaotic is because like I've written notes about things that I wanted to talk about, and then also I have no idea where most of my makeup is, so this is just like, I'm gonna like put stuff up on the screen. Hopefully I will also be putting it in the description. I figured, let me go on ahead, get ready. This is so weird. It's so wild to be in like a completely different location doing this, but like here we are. I have moved, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead. I found the Becca Skin Love. I know that you can't get it anymore, but I found it. And so I'm gonna use this as my primer, mainly because like I have no idea what makeup I'm gonna put on. Oh my God, I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. So nervous. Also, I think I'm hungry. So let me put this on my face and then I will be right back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go like shovel some food in my face. I feel like there's a hair somewhere, because there generally is a hair. Whenever I can feel it, I know that it's there. Anywho's it, I'm gonna get this on my face. I'm gonna go like make myself something to eat right quick. Even though I ate like 2 dinners last night, I am starving. This afternoon is when I'm filming this. This is an afternoon. I have a lot of natural light today, so I'm not using as much as my lighting. So we're just playing a fun game. Like we're gonna play. All right, now that I have the primer on my face for the most part, I will be right back. Wow, it's really hot today. Like it's hot. Maybe it's just, I have the heat up too high. Let me turn the heat off as well and just like not be on fire. All right, I'll be right back. Told you it's gonna be chaos. All right, so I'm back. I have readjusted the camera angle because I didn't realize you could still see like the door frame or whatever. I don't know if that's bothersome to anybody, but like somewhat bothersome to me. But look at how cute. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So first of all, I'm gonna try to find a palette to use, or palettes. Let's see, I have the Nomad Haunted Europe, which I adore. Ooh, you know what? Oh, you know what? I don't have any brushes. Please hold while I grab it. I feel like this whole thing is like, hold on while I find shit. Hold on. All right, so I found all of these brushes from Give Me Glow that I purchased. Y'all, this is getting fun. And I did buy some backups of my favorite Midas brushes before, you know. All right, so I have left the door open and Bo's gonna do whatever the hell it is that Bo does. All right, so in front of me, I guess I have the Flight Club, the Menagerie Flight Club, and the Kaleidos Futurism Sci-Fi Green, and I think I'm gonna just try to create something out of that. You know what I mean? Something out of nothing, friend. Something out of nothing. I don't have any kind of glitter base anywhere. I don't know where it is. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get started. I don't know if I'm gonna close up. Maybe, like my hair is in disarray. Everything's in disarray. So first of all, I'm going to just a little bit on the Joe Rogan situation, because that has been a topic, a hot topic, if you will. And I feel like so many people missed the point of why Neil Young left. It wasn't just due to like quote unquote misinformation, which I feel like people got stuck on that, and people got stuck on Joe Rogan's a racist, which I am always hesitant to call anybody a racist, even if they are. But the reason that I'm hesitant to say it is because I feel like so many people get stuck on the racist part. I'm gonna bring y'all in, okay? We're gonna try this. All right, now we're close. All right, here we go. I feel like y'all are so close to me, and I've never had y'all this close to me. It's very awkward. Cause like you've been close before, but not this close. It's okay. Anyways, but the reason that I was saying that I'm always hesitant to call someone racist is because people get so stuck on the words racist, right, that they don't pay attention to anything else. So the real reason Neil Young was in his feelings and feeling the way he felt was because they pay Joe Rogan $100 million to be a shock jock, essentially, right? Shock jocks aren't new. They've been around for a very long time. Their whole shtick is always like irritating people. Like it's always been like that. You know what I mean? Irritating people, using shock to, I'm like hunting around for things. Listen, I'm gonna dig in. Oh, I found a Colored Rain palette. So I'm gonna use this Colored Rain Safari Rain palette, which again, is it discontinued? Yes. Do I care? Absolutely not. We're gonna play. And I'm gonna take the G630 brush. We're gonna try this one on for size. But like their whole shtick is irritating people, and that's how they get views, right? But the issue with it is that by doing so, the artists on Spotify don't get paid very well. That's the real point, is that the artists, the Spotify artists, like all the music artists, Spotify pays the worst out of all of the streaming services, right? And that's where the real rub comes in. I don't feel personally, these are just my opinions, so the real reason isn't just like misinformation and being a racist. It's Spotify has traditionally paid their artists like hot garbage, which is actually a big reason why there were a lot of artists who were hesitant to get on that platform and didn't want to, like Taylor Swift took forever, because they didn't like the pay structure. The pay structure is hot garbage. Should I put on more lighting? I don't know. I'm gonna try it and see. Listen, this is an experiment. This is a bit wild for me because I've never, I can't remember the last time I've been able to also use natural lighting in my filming, so here we are. Anyway, so I feel like that message got lost while everybody waxes philosophical about Joe Rogan's use of the N-word, which, BT dubs, there's never a good time to use it. I'm so sorry. Like, I love how people, like the racists always come out and they're like, well, they need to be able to explain. I'm like, did you know, fun fact, that you can explain a word without using it? Wild, but you can. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk about derogatory terms without saying them. Like, oh, a derogatory term for a lesbian rhymes with bike. Do you know how easy it is to do that? Like, it's super easy. Like, I can have that discussion and not ever actually say the word on my channel because, first of all, I'm not a monster. You know what I mean? I'm not a monster. And it's very easy to have these discussions without saying the word. Racists love to use this as an argument, you know, like, oh, or we're just not supposed to say it even when we're trying to explain. I'm like, yeah, no, you're not supposed to. Like, you can explain it without saying the word, but y'all just want to say it, so you use these talking points to be able to say it. Anyway, the main point that I'm getting at is I've known Joe Rogan is not a good guy for a long time because I used to be like way into UFC, which no, not a pan person, into UFC. Yes, I was way into it. And I used to watch all the time. I feel like I actually stopped watching it when, in my opinion, I felt like it really started to get kind of like fixed, like the WWE fix. Like the fighting is real, right? But like they were fixing the outcome. And I wasn't really a huge fan of that. Like I was like, I don't like it. I don't like where this is going. Because I felt like there's no way that this is how this particular fighter loses. My opinion, obviously. But anyways, I knew that he was like a shitty person because you know, and if you've ever watched some of his comedy specials, you would see it there too. Do you know what I mean? Like he just wasn't like, there was always just like a little part where I was like, sir, I don't know what your point you're trying to make, but I don't feel like you're making it. So, all right, we're gonna throw a little flying fox in here because we're doing like a Technicolor, like I feel like is it Valentine's? It's gonna be Valentine's Day, and this is gonna probably go up after Valentine's Day, but I might photograph the look prior, so there's that. So yeah, I just feel like the main point that got lost was like that Spotify has been basically bilking artists for a long time, and yet they will continue to stand behind Joe Rogan, paying him $100 million to be an asshole, which, I mean, you know, that's not a new concept. Artists have been, like, they've been doing this for a long time. Bilking artists and all that, that's standard protocol, honestly, for most music, anything, but they pay like shit. And that's the point. Like, other artists are leaving, not because Joe Rogan sucks, right? Because he does, but they're leaving because they're like, yeah, you're gonna pay this guy all of this money and like, you don't pay us. We don't think so. We've had enough, you know? We've had enough, and we don't want our music on this platform now, knowing that you pay, like, we knew this from the jump, but like, now that you're just gonna keep standing 10 toes deep in this shit, we're kind of over it. And that's that on that. That's all I have to say about the Joe Rogan thing. Now, the move is complete. I feel like by the time this goes up, I will either have just completed editing the move vlog for patrons and members, or it will already be up. So go me. Look at this. Isn't this fun? I'm fun. Now, we're gonna see if I can find some concealer, so I'll be back. Hip hip hooray, I was able to find my Pat McGrath. This is an MD28, so I was able to find that, and now that it's gonna be fun when I'm trying to find when I'm on the hunt for actual like foundation. We'll see. This is, you know. Now I have been watching some stuff, y'all, and when I tell, like, really, first of all, I ADHD binge watched Chicago Med. Now, for those of you who don't know what ADHD binge watching is, it's when we put stuff on, like, kind of for noise, but like we're also going to intermittently watch the show, and then be like, what the hell's going on? Because that's what we do. And we don't rewind. We don't rewind to see what's happening. We just sit there and infer from the situation, like, what's been happening. We literally just go like, oh, this must have happened, and like, that's why this is going on. Like, we don't even, like, we don't bother. We don't even try to like figure out really what's going on, because baby, no, that's not our gig. So, and we just like have it on, and we'll watch all of it. So I watched all 4 seasons and started into 5. When I tell you that so many of these doctors should be undoctored, yes, that is a term now. Here is the definition.
Undoctored. Legally removing one's medical license for being a shitty fucking doctor.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. It is the G2015 from Give Me Glow to attempt concealer stuff. We'll see. We'll see. That's what this is. Anyway, I don't remember the names of any of the characters. That's, you know, who I am as a person. I will literally never remember the names of the characters. So if that's a thing that's gonna bother you, I don't know what to say. It's just, this is who I am. This is who I am. I can't remember. So first of all, let's get started with how the black characters on this show go through it. I don't know what it is about shows and why they insist that the black characters just have to go through like a million trials and tribulations, but like, this is a constant, okay? So first we have Nurse Black, okay? She's played by Yaya. All right, so we're gonna call her Yaya. So I had food in my mouth. We're gonna move on. So Yaya, first of all, you know, she has a love, right? And then she cannot win. She ends up with TB, and after she finds the quote unquote love of her life at this time, ends up having TB, and then gets pregnant. They're super excited. They're gonna keep the baby. And of course, what should happen? Listen, This is, of course they do that to her. And then I don't know what happens with her love, but I guess they break up, you know? This is an ADHD abridged version of the show. And they break up, and then she starts dating like the like hot doctor. He is Dr. somebody. I'm gonna put him up here. That man is illegal, okay? Listen, he is so attractive. Like, it is kind of insane. He is so beautiful. And when that was Grey's Anatomy. Dr. Yang, right? Right? I will, listen, intermittently I'm going to try to remember, and then I won't. And it'll be fine. Anyway, he is so fine. And then they start a relationship. And what should happen? After everything this woman has gone through, his ex-girlfriend comes back into town, and then he like leaves her for her. Like, what? So, and then eventually they end up getting back together. But it's just like, she just keeps getting dragged through the mud at literally every opportunity. They refuse to allow her a moment of happiness, right? And if you think that that's bad, look, Estapatha Murkison goes wrong for her as well, right? The show starts out, she has like this great relationship with her husband, but of course she is a black woman, so she has to go through it as well. And do you know what happens? He just up and leaves her one day and just like walks out of her life, blah blah. Do you know what? He comes back into her, like, well wait. Before he comes back into her life, her old flame, her first love, comes back into her life. Do you know why he comes? So he can die, right? Like, y'all, he dies of something. I don't know. Some kind of infection or some shit. He dies. So they don't even, you're thinking that like she's about to like have a new love interest. No, he showed up to die so that she has to go through even more pain. Like, what? Why? Why was this a thing? Why did we allow this show? This show, illegal, all right? So she goes through all of that. And then who should show up later? Her ex-husband with a new younger woman. Yep. Who also, by the way, he's not saved from the black curse because she's dying. Y'all, his new wife is dying. It's just like every black person in this show, it's like if someone that they know isn't dying or going through it, because the guy that they claim is the hot doctor, which is this white guy who exudes 5'9" energy, and I'm gonna call him 5'9". Even though his bio says that he's 6'1", I highly doubt it. He's always standing like very like, I'm 6'1", but he's 5'9". He's 5'9", and you're not gonna change my mind on that. So anyway, they have him positioned as hot doctor. I disagree. He just looks like your basic, everyday, average guy. Like, okay, I guess if you want to say he's hot, say it, but like, I don't agree. Anywho's it's. He's there, and he starts dating a biracial black woman. Y'all, what happens? She ends up having some psychotic break. A psychotic break. And it turns out that she had some kind of brain something or other. I don't know. But the point is that she has a psychotic fucking break, disappears. Listen, I'm gonna go hunt down some foundation. BRB. All right, so I found the Mented stick, the Skin by Mented, and M30. We're gonna slash this on the face and begin to continue moving forward. So anyway, and so that's how that goes, right? And it just like, it's never ending. Like, none of the black characters on the show have a happy ending, literally ever, like at all. And because like, obviously when she has a psychotic break, even though it was caused by some other shit, you know what I mean? She has to leave. And then that doctor also can't catch a break. I think it's because he's 5'9". 5'9" can't catch a break because the next woman he ends up in a relationship with fucks his dad. I'm sorry I said it like that, but also, no, I'm not. She does. She fucks his dad and then it like lies about it. It's like, I didn't fuck your dad. She's Australian. And I'm doing a terrible Australian accent. But she's very like, I didn't fuck your dad. Like, your dad's gross. And he already has a bad relationship with his father because of course he does. He's a white guy on a show about being a doctor. So he has like a terrible relationship with his father. So then he ends up finding out the truth. But I think she kills his dad. I feel really confident that she kills his dad. Like his new Australian girlfriend kills his dad. Isn't this fun? Like getting a show breakdown from someone who barely like glanced at the show was like, ah, that's happening. Anyway, you know, she kills his dad and she ends up unaliving herself for reasons. Like, I guess she doesn't want to get caught. I really don't know, y'all. This show was wild. It was very wild. And then we have Red. All right, so he is the main doctor where I'm like, undoctor him. And Red is in love with brown-haired girl who, of course, you know, he's been secretly in love with for fucking ever, right? But he could never say anything because she had a husband who conveniently died in war. So, I literally have nothing for my eyebrows. I'll be back. Red has been in love with Sanctimonious Brunette for like, you know, his life or whatever. And then he has a relationship with Blondie. And y'all, like, first of all, Blondie is a sad character to me. I hate how they wrote her. Like, I'm supposed to feel happy when Red and Brunette get together, but like, I don't, because the way he treated Blondie, hot garbage. And the way she treated herself, not good. Like, she knew that she was second choice, and then she just like didn't care that she was second choice. She was like, and then, but she only cared that she was second choice when Brunette, like, because Brunette for some reason decided to date her late husband's best friend. You heard me right. Her late husband's best friend. She was like, yep, let's date. Let's hit the sheets. And they do. And then at some point, for no reason at all, he decides to tell her that like him and her husband really stopped being friends, and the real reason that they stopped hanging out is because like he told her husband that he wished that she was his wife. Bitch, why would you say that out loud? Why? What kind of sense does that make? Like, oh, we're having such a good time in our relationship and things are going well. Let me just tell you this little tale. Like, keep that to yourself, sir. You got the girl. Like, enjoy having the girl. Why would you sabotage yourself to such a degree? Like, oh, by the way, the reason we stopped being friends is because I wanted to fuck you. I mean, I was going through a divorce, but now here we are. Then Red and Brunette get together finally, and I'm supposed to be happy for it. I don't care. I don't care. It's not good for me. Like, I don't like their relationship. I don't like the way that, like, and Red is like, should be undoctored. Everything he does, illegal at every turn. He's just like doing illegal ass shit. And I'm sitting there like, who keeps letting him doctor? Who? Because like he just makes these decisions on his own and is like, I'm gonna do this because I fucking want to. And everybody's just like, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm like, no, sir. You can't just be like making like random medical decisions for people when they clearly told you. Like one woman clearly didn't want to be resuscitated. He did it anyway. She had a DNR in place. Did it anyway. Undoctor that man. All right, let me, ooh. Found my Blend Bunny Sarge palette. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna get up in here and I'm going to use Taboo under my eyes because this is who I am as a person. We're gonna have all the colors of the rainbow. All right, so anyways, I watched Chicago Hope and then y'all, I have been watching Pam and Tommy. Let me just tell you, I am enraged. When I watch this, I get very, very angry about this whole thing because, first of all, they're really trying to set us up. They're really, really trying to set us up to believe that because Tommy Lee was just a prick, that that excuses this situation. And I'm like, it does not. Revenge porn is, first of all, never excused. Never, ever, ever excused. I don't care. But the other thing is, it's like, okay, well, if you wanted to get back at Tommy Lee, you should have gotten back at Tommy Lee. It's very upsetting to kind of watch how he just didn't give a shit about, like, Pam. Pam was involved in this, and I'm pretty sure Pam did not want this movie made, and they did it anyway on Hulu, and I'm watching it because I'm a monster, and also, I get home, and I'm just like, what am I gonna watch? And Hulu has that, so, you know, I'm like, all right. So I just feel like a very particular way about, like, how they keep trying to, like, make you feel like this fucking piece of shit is justified in the way that he does this. Like, they keep trying to show that Tommy Lee is a jerk, and he is, you know, he is, but I don't care that he's a jerk. That's the thing. I don't care, because at no point did Pam do anything to that piece of shit carpenter or construction guy, whatever it was. She did nothing to him. She did nothing to him. She was living her best life, enjoying being married to Tommy, and this man put her private moments out to the world because he was mad at Tommy Lee. And let me just tell you another thing about that man after I get another brush. Just 1 second. I don't give a shit, and I will never give a shit. You know what I mean? I will literally never ever care that like the way that they wanted me to care about this. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. She did nothing to him, and she was the one who suffered the most from that situation. And I remember this. Also, side note, or mainly a main note, if you watch this, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. Here's a spoiler alert right now. The way that they had Tommy Lee's dick talking to him, upsetting. The way that they continuously show Tommy Lee's huge dong, gross. Like, I did not, that's not what I signed up for. Thank you. I didn't even sign up for it, but still. Like, if you want to talk about unexpected moments in a show, unexpected. I was not expecting that at all. And I was like, oh, this is upsetting. And it was. I was like, this is super upsetting. Like, I didn't realize that this was gonna have a talking penis in it, but here we are. So there's a talking penis in this. It's okay. Not like it's okay as in like, it's okay. It's really weird and unsettling. Anyways, even as you're watching this, like I watched it and I was just like, okay, so you're upset that you dumbass contractors have been doing free work this entire time? Whose fault is that? Yours. None of you had anything signed and were getting paid up front. Y'all are the problem. Like, y'all just let this man like use you. And like, whose fault is that? It's obviously yours. Like, that's all I can say. I'm like, this is obviously your fault that you like did not have a contract in place and have him paying you from jump. You know what I mean? And so like, to me, I'm just like, so because of your bad business decisions, you took something that belonged to someone else, and I'm supposed to feel, I don't know why, but like you can clearly see that whoever made this is really trying to get you on the side of the construction worker guy. I don't know what he did. I feel like he made things. Cause like also he kind of ends up in a porno for some reason. I don't really get it. Anyway, like the intense annoyance that I had that they were like consistently and constantly trying to set this up so that I should in any way, period, feel bad for this guy. Like, I'm like, no, I don't feel bad for him. He's a horrible human being. Who the fuck does that? You know what I mean? Who does that? They're like literally trying to set you up to like believe that this guy didn't want to be a jerk, but Tommy Lee was so rude. Like, no, wrong person. I'm not getting that. I am definitely not going to be a person who thinks that that's cute or like agree. Because like even if every ounce of this was true and how Tommy Lee behaved, don't care, still doesn't excuse you. Sorry. Still doesn't excuse you, sir. You're still not excused from taking someone's private moments. Like, you did not attack Tommy. You made Tommy Lee a legend. But Pam got labeled again. And it's just like, when will we be free? When will women be free of this shitty behavior in which, like, listen, I'm no fan of the Kardashians, right? But I still didn't agree with like how her sex tape got out. I'm really hoping that wasn't like, you know, anyways, I'm gonna not be that person, but I still didn't agree with that. She didn't, you know, consent to the tape getting out. And to anybody who would say something as shitty or as horrible as like, well, what were you making the tape for? Like, people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want in the confines of their own home or wherever they are. Like, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Them's the rules, you know? You are free to enjoy your life. Like, if you want to film you and your partner getting it on because y'all enjoy that, you should be allowed to do that. And the fact that they still don't have good enough laws around people like being able to take those moments, ooh, I like that. The fact that they still don't have good enough laws against people being able to take those moments and humiliate you with them and embarrass you with them, like, are there sort of, but it's still not good enough. And the problem is, even with those laws, y'all, they still somehow always find a way to make her, the woman, seem gross or weird for doing that. Like, let people enjoy things. So it's like, first, I do hate that they made this against her will. Am I watching it still? Yes, because I'm a monster. But I do hate that that happened. I also really hate the way that they are trying to get the viewer. Somebody's car alarm is going off, and I don't care. I also really just hate the way that they're trying to get the viewer to feel bad at all for that douchebag. I don't feel bad for him. Like, sorry that you didn't have any business sense. Sorry that you were dumb enough to like have any, like, be doing all of this work, paying for all of these materials out of your pocket without a contract in hand. Whose fault is that? Yours. It's yours. You are a moron, and that is your fault. Like, you can't blame everyone else for the fact that you are stupid. You know what I mean? You are stupid. It is your fault. And I don't see how I'm supposed to feel anything other than like, you are a moron. You allowed this to happen. You allowed your own business to get what? Corrupted. You know? And if there's one thing dumb bitches gonna do, it's stay dumb bitching. And that's what he did. He stayed dumb bitching. BRB. So that's what I got out of watching so far. I'm like 4 episodes in. It's a mini series or something. 4 episodes in, and all I've gotten out of it is like, this guy is stupid, and they, like, everybody involved in who did that, like, they're awful people, and I hope nothing but the worst for them, you know? Nothing but the worst. I hope that they're, like, to me, ooh, damn, babes. I always forget that this is so impactful, but it gets like really, really pink. So I'm gonna keep this brush, and then I'm gonna get a different brush. We're gonna, listen, it's gonna be fine. Don't freak out yet. You can freak out after. I'm freaking out. We're gonna move on. So for sure, the move is definitely complete. There we go. Okay, we're working through it. We're working through it now. The move is complete, but just trying to get unpacked has been an event because I still work, and having to work has made it very, very difficult to unpack. I just wander around my house every day looking for shit. Like, I will spend like 40 minutes just trying to find a shirt in the morning. I'm like, where is a shirt? And then I just have to kind of roam around my home and hope that I find one. And just like open a box and be like, will I find it today? We don't know. Was it this brush that I was using? I feel like yes, because it is brown. And I'm currently brown. Anyways, oof, this is so pretty. I'm so glad I found this. This is, by the way, if you're wondering what this is from Kristen Lee Cosmetics, and it's Passionista. It's really pretty. Really pretty. I think the thing is, because it's not like, it's a different consistency of highlighter than the Birthday Shenanigans, which is very crumbly and flaky. So this one isn't. And what happens is, like, I always end up overdoing it and looking like a fucking monster. But you know what? We're gonna keep on keeping on. All right, we gotta find some blush. You know what's gonna happen. I'll be right back. So Glory Be, I was able to also find my chestnut bronzer from Beauty Bay, so I'm gonna use that. Y'all. But yeah, I watched that. Another thing is, when I moved in here, the tears. I got, like, I was showing it to Emily, was one of the first people that I was like, look at. So I was showing that, right? And I was just kind of like very emotional, like losing my shit. Because y'all, I have spent, like I said before, I really wasn't expecting my YouTube or Twitch to be doing what it's doing. Like Twitch, I need to work on, obviously, significantly more than I've been working on currently. But I truly was not expecting like YouTube to kind of do what it's doing. So I never thought I would need space, and like the way that I need space currently. And it's like, yes, bitch, you need a lot of space. So, you know, getting in here and having like a whole room is just like, this is intense. Like, it just kind of gave me like a lot of emotions, because I was able to kind of realize that like I didn't have to be crammed into my living area, kitchen area doing YouTube anymore. Like even filming this right now is just like giving me so much joy and like happiness. Like I can literally be in a space where like I don't feel like I'm completely overwhelmed, and like I can close the door in here, you know what I mean? Like, my neighbors can probably see me like directly across, so they're just probably always like looking like, who is this person talking to? Like, why are they being a weirdo? And I'm like, I'm not waving at you, get out of my face. But but that has been fun. Like, it's been nice. As soon as I get everything unpacked and like, that's gonna be a whole other emotional meltdown. Like, but I'm already discovering like I need a lot of stuff. I'm like, I need shelves, like all of these things, because of how I had things set up previously. Didn't think about it. Found my CXC Beauty like blush palette, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm probably gonna use this shade right here, which doesn't have a name because it doesn't. So that has been nice, and I finally got back into doing some of the things that, like my nighttime hygiene routine, got back into that. Listen, I know that there's gonna be people who are just like, you weren't brushing your teeth at night? No, I was very stressed out. And one of the first things to go when I get stressed like that is like, not showering, because showering is like a sense of comfort, but like when I get really stressed out, I wanna go to sleep. Ooh, that's why I like doing it like that. Look. I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to freak out. I just can't fathom. I felt so hemmed in, so I just really wasn't doing it. Now I'm like back to my nighttime hygiene routine, and it's feeling good. Like obviously I was washing my face and doing all of that shit. I just really wasn't getting into the aspects that I needed to get into, which was brushing my teeth at night. And now I'm brushing my teeth at night again, and I'm feeling human. And honestly, as soon as I balance my washer again, which apparently I just need to like lean it forward and then set it back down, I will be able to do laundry, and then that will be freeing. We're gonna do the eyeliner. I'm gonna let y'all go. Also, I finished Dexter. Now, I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail because I'm hoping Emily and I will be able to like complain about this together. I really want to talk about it because like I was even more disappointed Which, how, Sway, how? But I was even more disappointed. I'm more than likely going to talk about that on Twitch because I can just sit live and talk about it. And also, a lot of y'all can come in and talk as well if you want to. My Twitch is linked some fucking where. But if you want to, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you have to. If you want to, come on over. So I was extremely disappointed by the way that went down. I was like, babe, this fucking sucks. And then, I mean, honestly, I shouldn't have been surprised by how sucky that was. I shouldn't have been surprised. I should have been prepped. I really thought that they were gonna take what we said and fix it. And they took what we said and they were like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. I am living for my eyeliner right now. Oop, don't lose the cap, baby. Don't lose the cap. You know, when I talk about shows, and I'm gonna talk about this more, but a lot of shows suffer from something I call the pregnancy problem, and we'll get into that in some more detail. If y'all want to hear me talk about that and you've made it this far in the video, just drop an orange emoji so that I know. But a lot of shows suffer from a pregnancy problem. I feel like the way that they did this Dexter, this is what I will say out loud without spoiling later conversation about the show, is I feel like it moved very, very slow, and then they tried to pack everything into the last 2 episodes, and that was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Also, side note, there was an ice storm here in Texas. It's becoming a regular February thing, you know? Every February, just the ice demons just unleash hell here, and we're just supposed to be yay. So that happens every February. We had an ice storm. It did kind of mess with the move, but the move still got done, and that's that on that. Oh, and finally, one of my new favorite things to do that gives me massive calm every time I do it. And I'm going to finish doing my mascara before I do it, because I'm going to do my mascara and my lips, and then I'm going to do it for you, okay? Okay, hold on, please. So basically, whenever the stress of the world is getting me down, what calms me and makes me feel good is going, yeah, dude, yeah, dude, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm already feeling better as I do it. All right, y'all, that is it. That's the video. If you enjoyed this, please do me a favor and like this video, so then that way the algorithm goddess can do what she does best, which is push me further down into the algorithm so that I can continue to do whatever the fuck I want to. And as usual, huge shout out to my patrons and spooky bays, yeah, without which I truly would not be able to keep the bats in the belfry and the spiders firmly ensconced in their webs. If you want to join the Patreon or the channel members, that information is somewhere in the description box. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as usual, it costs $0 to be kind. It's so good for your soul, because if you don't take care of it, I'm sure shit coming for yours. Until next time, XOXO, Gothic girl. This is so cool. Look at the natural light. There's brushes.